Okay, on this problem, when you're calculating the net income, we always refer to revenue minus the expenses. On the cash basis, it would only be the cash we have collected. So we're going to take 21,600 and subtract that away from 38,000, and that will give us the total of net income for the cash basis. So cash basis has to do with the amount of cash I have received. It was the 16,400 on my problem. Again, that was from the revenue minus the expenses paid in cash. That's what cash basis says. The other one, when you calculate your net income, you want to do revenue minus expenses, but accrual basis says we can have revenue on account. So at the beginning of the year, they had $1,000 owed to them. At the end of the year, they had $5,600 owed to them. So that means if I take 5,600 and I subtract 1,000, the difference here, that is the additional revenue they recorded in the year along with all the cash they've received as revenue. So accrual basis records revenue when they do the work, not just when they get paid. If you add the 38,000 to it, your total revenue for accrual basis is 42,600. We're going to hold on to that number, and then we're going to calculate our total expenses. The expenses have to do with the amount we've paid out. It says they owed 4,600 last year, and they paid some of that off. So the difference here, if I calculate the difference here between 4,600 and 2,800, that amount is what I've paid in expenses from last year. So this much actually is not an expense to us in the current year. If I take 21,600, that's the total expenses they've paid, and I subtract 1,800 off, that's how much their expenses have been for this year. So 21,600 minus the amount they actually paid from last year off, you're going to have, this is your total expenses. We will compare that to the revenue amount that we had. We'll subtract this 19,800 from the revenue that we previously had. Remember, our revenue previously was this much, and we're going to subtract the amount of expenses that we have paid this year. So we said that was 19,800. Your total accrual basis would be 22,800.